Deschamps has led his team through to yet another final, and they're strong, they're resilient, and they know how to get it done.
Yeah, they are. As the guy said, they don't even have to play well at times. They go through spells in the games where you feel they're rocking, but they've got the experience, they've got the know-how, they're rugged at times, and they've got explosive power on the other end of the pitch who can score goals and define games. And Mbappe, they've got a man there who can turn a game on its head as and when it suits him, and he produces moments. Again, we'll see in the clips in a bit that you go, okay, this is why he's up there on that pedestal as one of the best in the world.
They seem able to suffer in games, don't they? Because I suppose partly if you've got him, he can produce a bit of magic like he did for the second goal, even though it wasn't his goal. You've always got that chance. And I suppose there are similarities there, of course, with the team that they'll play in the final, who are also very resilient and rely on, particularly on the magic of one man. Although I have to say, I thought Tchouaméni and Griezmann in midfield were superb.
Yeah, I mean, the defensive work that Griezmann had to do and did do in that second half, the number of times he got in the way, the number of times he blocked it, clearing the ball in his own 18-yard box. I agree with you. I thought Tchouaméni and particularly Griezmann, who I thought was man of the match, it was a fantastic effort. He played really, really well.
I mean, you listen to the sound out there, and listen to that sound. That roar out there is for them Moroccan players. Yeah. They're going to go back heroes. And you can see on the pitch there's fans are leaving the stadium, but that roar there signifies what they're going to be receiving once they go back into their homeland, and rightly so.
I think that's absolutely right, don't you?
Exactly, but they still have a chance to make history and finish third.
Yes.
In the last game.
In the third place playoff, of course. I mean, they've already made history by it, even if they finish fourth, but third would be even better, something to play for. There were some great performances out there from the Moroccan players. Some great performances from some of their players out there.
Oh yeah, you've seen Amrabat, you've seen Bono, the goalkeeper, Hakimi. You know, they've been, and the manager as well.
Yeah, what a job he's done.
Highlight his job. He's been really brilliant. Only 3 months at the head of this team.
You see some disappointed players out there, and understandably so, but as we said, they should be very proud of what they've done and how far they've come, because their performances, what they've given their fans, and their fans have turned up in their thousands and supported them right the way through, particularly today. So yeah, it's been a great effort from Morocco.
Yeah, I mean, it was always open, the game, wasn't it? Because Morocco were really pushing, but it was the second goal that finished it, really. And the substitute came on, Kola Muani. I think it's the second fastest goal of a substitute in a World Cup knockout game, bettered only by Ebby Sandy's strike for Denmark versus Nigeria.
Well, I mean, it was a great substitution. I thought Thuram was a really good, positive substitution as well, but it's Mbappe that makes this. It's all about him. Ooh. Every touch he takes here, the ball's moving on the move, away from defenders. It's a fabulous bit of footwork. I think at the end of it, he's trying to shoot. If you watch Mbappe here, the way he dances through, it's like he's on a nightclub dance floor here. Around free.
You should know, Ria.
I was very accustomed in that area when I was in my younger days, but not anymore, Gary.
You don't mind one of those as a sub, do you? 3 yards out, first within a few seconds.
Yeah. The interesting thing here is whether Mbappe gets the assist. It's not been decided yet. It's decided by a committee because of the deflection. And the insignificance here is that actually both Mbappe and Messi have got 5 goals. Messi has 3 assists, and at the moment Mbappe has 2. If he's given that as an assist, it'll be exactly the same. Wow. 5 goals and 3 assists, and well, you can't rule out the other 2 in there as well. Olivier Giroud and Alvarez, who scored 2 in his semi-final. So if the Golden Boot is up for grabs,
all set up really nicely.
But it's the big gold trophy that everyone really wants.
Typical youth strikers talking about Golden Boots. And there's a big trophy there, gold one, waiting to be had. You know?
Secondary. Morocco caused a lot of problems to France, didn't they? They really did. They kept going. I mean, just their finishing, just a final pass, wasn't it, Didier?
We said it before the game. If they put the intensity, if they keep moving and trying to explore this left side of the French team, they would be dangerous. And that's exactly what happened with, I mean, most of the danger came from the left side.
Yeah, they create, I mean, their passing and movement was brilliant, and it was desperate at times from France defensively, but as good as their build-up play was, they just couldn't do that. They couldn't do it in the final third. Did really well to get into those positions. Have a shot, get your shot away. I mean, all 3 of us were screaming up here for him to just to let loose and have a go.
I think as good as France are, I think Messi and his team will be sitting there licking their lips a little bit, fancying themselves in certain areas. Yeah. That left-hand side area for France, but when France would run out at times, there was panic. And when you've got Alvarez and you've got Messi dancing and wiggling around, it's going to be
I get that. I understand all that, but it's. I go back to what we say of how experienced that French team are, and they've been there, and they know how to get over the line.
Yeah. Well, they certainly do, don't they? Second World Cup running that they've got to the final. The last one they won, of course.
Yeah.
Hernandez got the first goal very early in the game. Seems a hell of a long time ago now, doesn't it? And
it was brilliant.
Griezmann's movement.
It was
Alan,
great from
Griezmann.
I thought he was outstanding.
Yeah.
The whole game. He doesn't get it there. You can see him moaning at Varane for not passing to him. He doesn't allow that disappointment to get from him. He goes again. He tries to get in between the two defenders. It's another clever run. The pass doesn't come again. So a second disappointment, but just watch his movement here. Go short to go long. One run for the defender and one run for yourself to create that space. And it falls to Hernandez at the far post, and he finishes it off really well. But it was all because of Griezmann's quality.
Yeah, it's interesting because he's playing a deeper role. He's been playing in midfield, but he hasn't forgotten how to make the runs of a forward, did he?
I mean, it's like cycling, you know, like you never forget it, you know. And he's been really the main mind in this team, the maestro of this team, attacking, defending, everywhere. I would be very interested to see the distance he covered during this game.
Griezmann, I suppose, after probably Messi and Mbappe, would perhaps be the third best player in the tournament, maybe.
Yeah, I think he's
trying to think of others.
He's in the conversation, no doubt.
Has to be.
I think he's been the best defensive player in the tournament. He's been
I know, and he's also been pretty good going the other way.
Yeah, we could show some great clips of him on the ball and creating stuff, but we could show probably clips as good, if not more important, defensively. And that shows you his all-round game, the impact he's having on this team. Look at his position there. Yeah. That's a centre-forward striker.
Yeah.
That's by trade in that position.
Proving how easy it is to defend Rio.
What he's doing.
And another one, we highlighted Amrabat before the game in terms of what he did for his team defensively. But Griezmann was equally as good in that position in terms of what he was doing and helping his defenders out in the box again. And he's the one that's picking up the pieces.
It requires huge intelligence to be able to do that.
Has he surprised you the way he's played in this role? Because it's not something you'd have gone, oh, he's a defensive-minded midfielder.
Yeah, it's very surprising, but I think he's got the intelligence and the quality to do it, and he looks more like Kante than.
It shows how good a team player he is as well, doesn't it? Someone that's willing to do the hard work, even though obviously he's a cultured footballer.
Yeah, but also you've got to give Deschamps credit as well for changing his positions slightly. He's really enjoying what he's doing. He's working as hard as anyone is doing on the pitch, and he's doing an incredible job, both going forward and defensively for his team. Been superb.
Yep. A word on your namesake, Mr. Deschamps. He's fourth manager in World Cup history to lead a team to back-to-back World Cup finals. Not bad.
It's not bad. I think nothing happened. I mean, everything happened for a reason. He's the most crowned, I think.
Not bad. It's pretty good.
No. He's I think he's one of the most crowned player and manager in France.
Yeah.
So he knows how to win.
Yeah.
He learned that in France with Marseille, with Juventus, with the national team. Won the World Cup as a manager, won the World Cup as a player, again in the final. Yeah. He knows how to win games.
When you look at the job he's done, when you look at the players who they've had missing, I mean Pogba, Kante, Kimpembe, Benzema,
Nkunku,
Hernandez, who hurt his knee in that first game.
And two players missing tonight, Upamecano and Rabiot.
Rabiot, absolutely. Yeah. So what a job he's done.
Yeah.
But he was a water carrier himself.
Yeah.
He would tell you that himself.
Yeah,
he was someone who'd done the dirty work for other players, sacrifice, and he's got players in his team that are doing exactly that. Griezmann, for one, a phenomenal manager who's getting the best out of these players.
I want to talk about Chimani in a minute, but I want to give you one of those pointless stats that our guys come up with every now and again. Randall Kolo Muani is the first number 12 to score at this World Cup, meaning that all the shirt numbers now, from 1 to 26, have netted at least once in Qatar. How about that? Including the number one, you may ask, is an own goal from a goalkeeper, but we'll allow that. Fairly pointless, but I thought you might enjoy it. Tchouameni, he's blossomed in this tournament. Scored that fabulous goal against England, of course, that helped them towards their victory.
He's an all-action midfielder. He's got it all. He's gone to Real Madrid and he's slotted straight into that team, and that takes some doing. A club of that stature. It shows you he has a temperament, and in the big games, in every game really, he's shown elements that you go, I can see why he's gone for that money. And he's at a club like Real Madrid. This kid's got power, he's got everything. He's got poise, he's got awareness. He had the most touches for France tonight. And he is going to make mistakes. He's a young player, inexperienced at this level, but he does some stuff that does take your breath away. He produces a moment like this where he bursts through the middle of the pitch, shrugs people off, gets off, and then he can play a ball at the right pace, right time. Should be a goal at the end of this phase of play.
Super talent, he is.
Yeah.
Really it was him that driving forward. Then it didn't go in the back of the net. But he was the one that was passing it into Giroud, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was really breaking between the lines.
Very clever player, very intelligent player, reads the game very well.
He's always between the lines, finding the best pass, the good pass. Yeah. And I would say no Pogba, no problems. You have Tchouameni.
Yeah. I think Didier mentioned before the game, it's big pressure to be replacing Paul Pogba. In France,
or
Kante as well as out of the team. So to be able to go in and handle that is huge.
Yeah. Amazing, really. Let's look ahead a little bit to the final. It's a beauty, isn't it?
Oh, in this. When you look to this game today, listen, fairy tale wise, you'd like Morocco to get through. But if you're thinking about, you've got two mega stars, Messi. It could be the passing of the baton. Who knows? From Messi to Mbappe if he produces Mbappe. But there's so many different subplots to a great game in itself.
Yeah, it was 4-3. I mean, 4 years ago, that was an absolute... You remember that game? It was an absolute cracker with some unbelievable Pavard's little bender. And there was... What will Argentina have learned watching this game tonight, do you think, Didier?
I think they know that this French team doesn't like, to receive a lot of knocks, so... And Argentinian, they're really aggressive. Yeah. And they won't let Mbappe... facing the game, they will try to block him. They know he's the main man, but it's going to be difficult for them to handle Griezmann, Tchouameni, even Dembélé. Dembélé, we don't talk about him, but I think he's been helping Koundé a lot. Working hard, yes.
Yeah. I think they'll definitely look at what Rio highlighted in terms of the left-hand side. That's what Morocco tried to do tonight with Ziyech in particular. So you can see Messi or Alvarez having the joy and success, and creating chances, definitely.
Yeah. It's a tough one to read. I mean, I look at this Argentina side and I see a side very similar up in 1986. You were born, at least you were born. And, they're very aggressive, they're very worked, they've got a lot of very strong, powerful players, not hugely gifted talent all over the field. They had a really good centre forward in Valdano back in '86, and now they've got Alvarez, and then they give the ball to a genius, Maradona, now Messi. So, I mean, it's a similar approach. Will it be good enough?
I don't know, man. I just think the stars are aligned for Messi. Like, he's hit 1,000 games during this tournament. Yeah. People are questioning... When the question's asked, who's the greatest of all time, who's the best, Maradona or Messi, they say he hasn't won the World Cup. Yeah. This could be the moment.
I think their coach has done an unbelievable job, and you're right. They can do the hard yards, they can do the dirty work, but they've got every single player at every opportunity looks up. Where is he? Where's Messi? Give the ball to him. Yes, they rely on him a lot, but the manager's found a way also in terms of getting that partnership, Alvarez and Messi. Yeah. And he does a lot of his running because we've seen Messi. He has to, because he's not as quick as he was, and he doesn't work as hard as he did, but. As we saw the other night, he's still got unbelievable brilliance to go past players with those little feet. Once they get going, he's very, very difficult to stop. Yeah. So it's going to be fascinating.
Does playing in a final 4 years ago, does winning the competition 4 years ago become an advantage in another final?
I think it is an advantage because you know how to handle this pressure. You've been there. But they have new players as well who really wants to... I mean, it's going to be new for them. But playing against Messi as well, for some players, it's going to be maybe the first time. So the pressure is there. They watched the game last night. They see now how difficult it is to handle Messi.
Yeah.
But I think this French team is very, very competitive, especially with Didier Deschamps as a manager. They want to win it back to back. Very good, very good. I think we highlighted Griezmann's movement in the previous games, and I mean, it's a beauty to watch. Always moving, always finding the right pass. I think we're really enjoying. He's really enjoying and back again playing in good form.
One of the best players in the tournament so far. Giroud nearly got another goal, which would have taken him level with Messi's Mbappe and Messi on 5 if he'd scored it. Hit the post.
It would have. And I think, listen, we was in there, and you think to yourself, this is an opportunity now for him to really burst the back of the net.
That was Saiss with his injury, wasn't it?
Yeah. Saiss was on one leg at this point, but he gets in there. You don't see Giroud running away from many people in his career. But it's a clean strike. An inch the other side is a goal.
They've taken the gamble on Saiss, obviously. You've seen the strapping on his leg when he went off. And it was a gamble that didn't pay off.
It's hard to mess around with hamstrings. Morocco, you have to say, did respond really well, though, didn't they?
They did. With the support of the fans, they really played with quality, passing the ball, moving, trying to find players between the lines and try their luck.
Great save this, and excellent effort, wasn't it?
That's how you used to hit it, isn't it, Didier?
Yeah.
I love that.
Bit of dip.
Up and down.
Bit of dip. Yeah.
Up and down.
Again, here is Ziyech getting in on that inside right position there, just in behind Hernandez. But that's an area that they're getting some joy down there, but they've got to be clinical. They've got to be decisive in those areas, and they can't just keep getting in there and not being decisive. They won't get anything out of the game.
Yeah. Giroud had another chance to draw level with Messi and Mbappe, didn't he? In fact, Mbappe had the opportunity as well. They both had a go, didn't they?
Didier was shouting, pass, wouldn't you?
I was not shouting pass. I mean, if he scores that goal, everybody says, wow, amazing, fantastic, brilliant. But now, the ball is a bit behind him.
Yeah.
If he passes the ball to Giroud, maybe it's a goal.
Should he score there anyway?
Yes.
Yep.
That's a big opportunity, that is. I mean, once he's got you in that position, running in behind you, you know you're in trouble. He misses that, then it comes back to Giroud, and absolutely, that should be in the back of the net. You can see by his reaction and the form he's in, that should be a goal.
Right. Lloris, another good save. Might have been a touch of the post as well from El Yamik. What a fabulous effort overhead kick this was, wasn't it?
Well, we highlighted him for the run for the Griezmann goal, but this is a superb effort, isn't it? I mean, what is he, 13 or 14 yards out there?
Is it off his shin pad? I don't know.
It might have been, but they said Wayne Rooney's did it.
Maybe that's why. Maybe that's why there's not much pace on the ball.
Good save, isn't it?
Very good save.
Yeah. This is the better view to see the save, I think.
He's gone through a lot of bodies as well.
Save.
That's the difficulty as well. He's not seen it till late, Lloris. It's a fantastic save.
I don't know whether it would have hit the post if it hadn't gone in, but we'll never know. There's one incident in the edge of the box where Hernandez and Boufal came together. A lot of people on social media think that this might have been a penalty rather than the decision which given the other way. What do we think?
Not for me, no. Hernandez actually gets the ball. You can see.
You're not so sure,
and he gets the ball there.
Touch, yeah. But
he does, but his other leg goes. I think anywhere else on the pitch, that's a foul. So why is it not a penalty?
No.
Well, the ref's given a foul the other way, hasn't he? I mean, which I don't think it was, and a booking.
He's booked him as well. That's out of order.
What, you think that's a pen?
I think it's a pen. He definitely don't deserve to be booked for that.
No, absolutely not. No, but it's not a penalty. It shouldn't be.
Have a discussion on your own for a second. Our next game is the third place playoff on Saturday, but there's plenty to enjoy on iPlayer in between.